Hi Flosstube, it's Shelly Kieck Stitch on Instagram, and it's only stitching here on YouTube. And this is Nexie, and she wants to rub against my cord, so it all might come crashing down. So we'll see. It is Monday, June 24th, 2024, and here's my Flosstube. Thanks for coming. Welcome. And I have a finish. Oh, see, there she goes with the cord. It's the cord to the light. I have a finish. And it's Freedom by Barbara Anna. This, I think, is all the called for colors. And this was a freebie in the Facebook group, Star Spangled Stitchers. And there were two of them, and I did the other one a few years ago. And I was working on this Mill Hill kit, which is a monarch butterfly is what it's called. And I did the rest of the black and started the orange. There's also some gray. So I probably had that much done. Gotta stop shaking the table. I worked a tiny bit on this. I'm waiting for this to catch me and have me obsessed with it, because I think it will. It's by Carolyn Manning, and it's called Flower Day Stitch Along. This was from my friend Cheryl, and I'm doing it on some pink, which is called Bashful, PTP. And at first I just had, I think, this tiny little blue flower done, and so I did the yellow flower and the little green. And I have a lot of fabric, so I'm all ready to do all of it. Then this was one of my birthday starts from Kim, and with Kim, Contented Needleworker Kim. It's Favored Feline by Erica Michaels. She is finished. I am not. It's on 16 count ancient. Those other ones were also 16 count. I wonder what, oh no, actually, you know what? This one is 20 count, like a 20 count scrap of, I don't even think it's hand dyed. You know what? It might be vintage country mocha. I don't know, some kind of tan. Kim, tell Ellen it's tan. This is 16 count ancient by PTP, and I just had the brown outline done. So I've changed the colors. I used to have an orange cat when I was little, so I'm putting orange on this. I was gonna make it like Maggie, but my cat when I was young was all orange, so I think it's just gonna be orange and white. I've started doing some of the white. I'll see. I think there's two shades of white they want you to fill in, but I might just do one shade of white and one shade of the fabric showing through, because that will be super fast, right? Then this next one is from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher 2022 Spring. And I don't have a picture of it. It was by Liz Matthews. It's called Antique Linen Labels. And I finished one of them. And the other one says like 1770, 1796. Oh no, this one's supposed to say 1796 in the middle, and the other one's Basket of Flowers. And I'm gonna make it into a needle book. And this is like that, I think it's called Newport linen. It's probably 28 count. And they don't make it anymore, but you can still find it. And then I found my Colorado Cross Stitcher Camp piece that I started, which it's just supposed to say camp. And so this is over one, and I think these two yellows are wrong. Oh, so dumb. I'm so irritated that I did the wrong color. It's either these two or these two that are wrong. Ah, dear. And then this is by Needlework Press, a Christmas duo, and I'm doing this one, and this part is the Luke version of the Nativity story, and these are also from Luke. This is Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace and goodwill towards men. And it says at the top, the Song of the Angels. And I'm doing this also on a piece of that same kind of linen, Newport. I think it's Newport. And oh, here we go. Yes, Newport Red and Natural 28 count. So this one's red and the other one was like white. white lines on it. And all I had done before was the song of, and then part of this part, and there's a cross that goes in there. And so I put in the rest of this and the angels. I'm using some color and cotton thread, and the black is typewriter, and it looks it's kind of purpley, which I hate that when the grays go purple, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna use it. So it was typewriter. And then the red is a mist dye of Parlor. I have 2 of these skeins, and I really like this because of its variegation. I mean, this is all one thread, and look at how different the letters are. So I'll get that done for Christmas, and you know, maybe not this Christmas, but some Christmas. And then this one's almost done. I did say this was done on Instagram, but I was wrong. This is by Stacy Nash, an animal cracker bobbin. And I did this as part of a SAL with the Zoom group that I go on the 2nd and 4th Sunday of every month with Sandy, Stitching with Sandy. And so this is called Stitchin' Crackers, because they're animal crackers, with Sandy, S-A-N-D-I, and there's no G on stitching. So this is on some fabric that you can't get anymore, so I'm not even gonna say. It's a light gray. And I changed the color on the tummy to show up more, and then I think I need to change the color on the nose right there, because the white just really blends into the background. So it's almost done, except there's no whiskers. 2 people told me, oh yeah, you need whiskers, don't forget. I'm like, oh yeah, I did forget. So I have to put the whiskers on, and I think I'm gonna change this white part into this tan color, which is Mariner's Compass. Becky, you said you were doing Mariner's Compass, didn't you? That's what the idea. Hit my coffee box. I have a Keurig coffee box that my phone is sitting on. And then I had a new start because, you know, I only had 62 last month. I needed something for this month. And I should have found the page for it, right? Haven't seen it yet. It's out of the new Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. And there we go, page 26, cat mug. Ooh, it smells like ink. This may. I didn't get my hard copy last time, but I did get it this time, so that was good. It looks like this finished. It looks like they did it on some kind of natural, oh no, terracotta linen by Zweigart is what this is on, but it kind of looks like that oatmeal or whatever. So this does look more like Maggie because it's a calico. So I started that on some 14 count dapple because I had a scrap of it. So it must have been from a while ago because it's 14 count and I've done this much. And I'm using all the called for except for the black as anchor instead of 310. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So it's all DMC. I love Barbara's color choices. Oh, I had another new start. It's hopeless, don't tell me. This is on 16 count Ren. I was just talking about Ren with Sally. Hi, Sally. So see, this is old Ren. Look how tan it is. It's not like gray base like it is now. So this is spring salt boxes because I decided I was going to do all the salt boxes like Lauren, the New Hampshire Stitcher, is putting them like, you know, two. I still have more room. So every season the 2 houses go on a row. And I think I'm just going to put them with 3 lines of white all the way around like this, and then sharing the border that's 3, and then they'll share this border too. They're not all going to be separate. It's too much white stitching for me, so I did that. And I think it's mostly called for DMC and Fancy Floss. Looks like this. So I'm working on that one. And I thought I had summer, but I did not. And so I ordered winter. So I have 2 winters, a spring and an autumn. But I ordered the summer. So the summer's coming. La la la. Summer's very cute. It's got sheep on it. Sheep. Then I finished this because I decided, this is Nexie Chewin. I decided I would just do the witch and the mouse. And it's called Witch Ride, ? So Witch Ride. And this is from 2018 fall issue of PNPS Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. And this was all the called for. Oh no, I changed the shirt color. I changed to, I think, one of those colors, or maybe this color. So I changed it to be a little more orange, the mouse shirt. And this is on a Be Stitch Me scrap of I don't know what, but it is 16 count. So I thought that turned out cute, and it will be a good size for a little ornament on my mom's Halloween tree. And then I worked a lot on this. This is so sad, right? I think I needed this piece of paper, so I cut some paper off of this. Barbara Anna. I have this as a PDF. All Creatures Great and Small. There's it just called All Creatures Great and Small. I haven't done the verse, which is that James Herriot. I wonder if it's quoted from, I don't know. I don't know where this quote came from, but it just reminds me of James Herriot, which I did watch the TV show and I read the books, so I don't know why I'm thinking of changing it. And I don't have this cartouche or my initials in there yet either. But everything else is done, and then I decided in my wisdom that I was going to put a border on each side. So I took some motifs from here and some motifs from some of her other stuff, some of her other charts, and I'm in the middle of a stitch. And this is on fog, 16 count fog. Or no, it's 18. This is 18 count fog by Picture This Plus. And what I've done since I last showed you is, here's where it is now. See, this is the border that I'm adding. I don't know, it's fine without it. Don't ask me why I did that. It's a lot more work. I put the 2 flowers by the side of the house. I filled in the house. I finished filling in the hill, which was pretty fun because all the animals are there. So you just go around them, and then next thing you know, you're done. And I also finished filling in the water. And I think these are the called for. I might have even made it bluer, but it's too bad because there's little zigzags of a greener and then the blue, but it runs together. And I think that's all I did on that. I think I had to fill in a butterfly. I don't know. It was almost to this point. And then, so here's the border so far, and that's where I am, where the needle and thread are. So it's going to be a pot like this on both sides, and then squirrel and birds, and what is this? Oh, this is a sideways bird. You can't see it very well. Sideways bird, squirrel, butterfly, cat, owl. And I charted this out into something terribly wrong. So I have a couple of extra zigzags that are not going to fit on here, and it didn't end at the right place. So it was pretty much a disaster, a charting disaster. But I think it's cute. And it's fine, whatever. It would have been fine without it. On this side, I haven't started yet. I might have finished the corn. No, I think I had the corn done. Oh no, I have to finish this. I haven't finished the teapot right there. I might have done a lot more of this. I might have done, I don't know. I don't know where I was last time. I could have filled this part in too. I don't know. I worked on this a lot. So that is very fun and closer to being done than it used to be. This one, I'm showing it because I need to get back to it, and I want to get back to it, and it's MPI Silk, which I don't use very much. Riley Harbor, because I did another one. I did Hopeful by Kathy Barrick with the NPI that I really liked, but I should use 2 strands for the dark colors, so, because I'm on 16 count, and I started using 2, and that looked too messy. Then I started using 1, and it looks too sparse, so I don't know what I'm doing. But I started with the green, and those are 2, and they look messy. And then the brown of the branches and the trunk is 1, and it looks sparse. So that's what always stops me from continuing on with things, because I go, oh, this was a bad choice of fabric. So we'll see what happens. I think I'll just keep going and maybe work on something light that it doesn't matter the coverage isn't very good, and then decide if I'm going to double up use 2 strands for the darker colors like I did on Hopeful. Okay, this, I don't know what fabric this is. It's not PTP. This is the Garden of Zig that I was doing, and you weren't supposed to show what you were doing, and so I didn't quite finish it, and it's pretty wild. I think my mom will like it though. But there's some little, like there's always little doodads and stuff, so even though like the main flowers are almost in, there's still a bunch of little doodad things that go in between, like, you know, in these things. And I've seen other people that repeated more colors, or, you know, or used fewer greens, and I wish I had done something like that. Like this part is pretty tame because it's 1 green, 1 variegated pink, and I think, yeah, 1 yellow. So at least I did that, but I should have done more up here. But my mom will like it because she likes bright colors and she loves everything, so she's very easy. This I'm already behind. Frosted Pumpkin Stitch Along Arctic Animals Stitch Along. This is where it is now. It's 2 parts have come out. I think that's 1 and that's 2. And I'm still on 1. And Sandy, Stitching with Sandy, she said she wasn't going to put the names in. I don't think I'm going to put the names in either. So I don't know what I'm going to do. She's putting snowflakes in there, so, and not putting the colors in, because they are kind of distracting. So I don't know. But I figured, like, I can't even get it to look like that, and I don't think that's very clear. So yeah. And this is on, it might be Icon PTP. And there's the Arctic Fox and some snow. He's very cute. And I think I'm using Anchor White. I'm either using Anchor White or 3865. I don't know. My white stitches are not so great. So I gotta get back to that one. And then I worked on this for a while, and it's Little House Needleworks Alphabet, what's it called? ABC Samplers. So I'd had that one done. And there's 9 of them, so I'm gonna do them 3 by 3 in a square. I worked on this one a lot. And I worked on this one. I did the letters, and I started doing the tops of some of these too. And it's a lot of counting. And I used mostly the called for colors in this. It's a lot of Classic Colorworks, of course, because it's LHN. And I used some of the conversions for DMC. And then I had a random Cosmo floss, so I was using that one. And this is on Smoky Pearl, and it doesn't, and I don't know, it's 14 count, so I've had it for a long time. It doesn't say the dyer or if it is hand dyed. Yeah, I think it is. It's modeled. So yeah, so I had the first one done. This is so interesting to me because that looks very fall, right? Like pumpkins, and they put it on first, and then this one has like snow and reindeer. I don't know. So they are seasonal, but they're not in order. So I had this one done. I had this part done. I had the house, I had the roof, the windows, the door, and the outline of the house done. And then I did everything else on that one. And then I put this line in because that's the block 6, top of block 6. This is block 5. So I did all that. And then, yeah, that's it. Oh, and then I did this is the 8, block 8, top of block 8. And that's the Cosmo color. And then like Poblano Pepper is one of the called for colors, and that's the grass on this one, which pretty much blends into my fabric, but I just decided to keep it. And it's also in this. This is Poblano Pepper too. The stem on this. Oh my gosh. I did this. I made a mistake back here, so I ripped all that out. I ripped out something else. Like, it was just like, oh my gosh, just learn how to count. Oh dear. because like it's symmetrical and you can fudge it, but then you can't count off of it for the next row, and then you got to remember that you can't count off of it, which I cannot. The cat for me. I cannot trust myself to remember, so no. And then I worked on this a lot, and this is There's a Priscilla Dawes by Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, and it is Hemlock and Rye is the name of the company, her company, and it is on Etsy and Gumroad. And I'm stitching this off the digital copy because my printer did very lousy job with printing, and I can't even read the printed out stuff. So I did much better once I realized I should use the digital, and that's Amy Gable Stitcher told me, hey, use the digital. That was good. So I am. And this is on 16 count aged paper by Color and Cotton. And I'm using the, what is it called? The muted version. It's not, what is the name of it? She has like the bright version, and then this is the other version. So the part I worked on was this. Did I work on that? No, that was done. So part of this was done. So basically I did all of the peacock. Oh my gosh, isn't the peacock fabulous? And then I did some of the dogs, and then this thing and these. Very fun, lots of colors I don't use usually, so that's fun to do something different. And it's very enjoyable and going fast now that I realized I should use the PDF version. So I got that Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, and what did I buy? It seems like I bought, I didn't bring those. I bought the digital version of the Four Seasons Girls by Barbara Anna that used to be a Nitka Moscow kit, and so she has those available on her Instagram, on her Ko-Fi. So I started spring. Oh, now I can start summer because it's summer, so I'm gonna be starting that. I'll show that next time, so I'll show both of them. And then Cheryl gave me more birthday presents, continuing on. So she gave me scissors and one of the stoppers that looks like a calico kitty, like Maggie. Gosh, so cute. And Maggie's trying to eat this, but I got it from her. My favorite needles, which are the 26 ball tip. And she also gave me Cross Stitcher by the Stitching with the Housewives. Look at the floss, isn't that cute? And then strawberries, because I'm going a strawberry, which is, these are both word swap words. And where I am now is a huge strawberry grower. We have to go through strawberry fields to get to the freeway. Does that sound very California, right? So I'm gonna do some strawberry stuff, and so this is gonna be up on the wall with the strawberry pieces. And that is all. I'm so sorry I forgot that Barbara Anna drat, but I still showed two Barbara Annas, so I really like her stuff. So tell me what you've been stitching on, and that's it for the stitching. And I'll tell you a little life update. We have a Zodiac boat, which looks like a blow-up kind of boat, and they use them for Coast Guard rescue things, and you see them going through huge waves, and they're like impossible to capsize, so I feel very safe when I'm on it. But it's like a blow-up tube that goes all the way around it, and the whole thing can still float even if all your tubes pop, which they never have. Anyway, so we have a 26-foot boat that was up on a jet dock, which is like, I don't know how big they are. Maybe they're 18-inch cubes that are made of like little Tykes plastic, if you know what that is. And it comes in 4 separate parts of these cubes, and then you have to attach the 4 parts together by the system of this. It's like a big fork kind of thing you stick in and you turn. The bolt, the plastic bolt has like holes in it, and so you have to go like that and go down and stick them all together, and you're trying to do it in the water. And so this is our second jet dock, because the first one starts degrading because of the weight of the boat. I'm not even explaining this right. The whole idea of the jet dock is you put it on your dock, so it's in the hole where the boat would go in, and then you ride your boat up onto it. So your boat is out of the water, so it doesn't get all slimy, gross, disgusting on the bottom. Okay, and so then you have to do this winch system and push it off to get it to go back into the water. So, you know, can't do it by yourself. So, and it's scary because you have to ride the boat up onto it at the end, and you hope you don't hit your house, which is just right at the, actually it's a seawall. So the seawall's here, and then your deck is up higher. So you wouldn't really hit your house, just your seawall. So anyway, that's really confusing, right? Anyway, so got a new jet dock, and we were taking the pieces and towing them back to our dock and towing them back to our dock, and I fell in and bruised my knee, bruised my leg, bruised my hand. But no one laughed at me because my husband had like 2 friends from work, another one of his good friends who has like a construction company. So 3 of his workers were there, you know, thank God for them because they're awesome. And the guy who runs that group, that crew, and one of my husband's good friends are both very mechanical and very good at this kind of thing because my husband and I both are very bad at it. So it was a lot smoother this time, and we still have the old jet dock because you could still put like your kayaks and paddle boards on it or whatever. You just can't put a huge heavy boat on it anymore. So that was a lot of excitement for one day. And my husband also went in the water, but he did it on purpose because he was holding a bolt from underneath. And we looked later and the water was 63, which it wasn't that bad. It was warmer than I expected. And also it was really stupid that I didn't, like, I was jumping from the boat to the dock and I got caught on the rail of the boat. And I knew I wasn't on, my whole body was not on the outside of the railing like it should have been. And I could have just said, hey, I didn't make it this time. Can you back the boat up and try again? You know, it would have been nothing. It would have been easy to do that. But no, I thought, oh yeah, I can do it. I can jump to the dock. But no, I couldn't. And so that was, I was not in a good mood when I came into the house after that. But anyway, so that all got fixed, and, you know, very thankful for friends of my husband's that are very good at that kind of thing. And so we went on a boat ride today. We hadn't been riding the boat very much because we had needed a new winch because the rope on the winch was not good. So we were afraid we weren't going to be able to get the boat pulled all the way up with a winch if we ever took it out. So we hadn't really been using the boat. So it's very exciting. And we live near the Channel Islands, which Catalina is probably the most famous one. But we're up by Anacapa and Santa Cruz Islands. And so we went around Anacapa, saw some dolphins, and I missed my Zoom. So I was disappointed to miss my Zoom, but my husband was super excited to go out on the boat. Oh, and he is retiring again, this time for good, July 12th. So pray for me. And it was funny though, because after he went back to work for 1 year. He took a year off, went back to work for a year. And part of the year that he was off, I was still babysitting. So he just jokes and says, yeah, I drive you crazy when I'm home all day. I go like, yeah, I realize like how much alone time I actually need. Oh dear. So that's coming up. What else did we do? Saw the grandkids some. I have a friend coming into town next week from Tulsa area, so that'll be fun. And I'm hoping to get together with some stitching friends, and I saw my friend Cheryl. So good. It was a good, however long it's been. It's probably been like a month, right? Because I always think it's going to be like a week, but then it's a month. Nexie's wandering through here, but she's going to go play in the bag. So look at this. How long's that been on there? Sorry. Was that driving you crazy? I don't have my glasses on, so, you know, I don't notice it that much. Okay, so tell me what you're stitching on, and thanks for watching, and that's it. Bye.